We're going to bring in Jonathan Turley now, our constitutional law attorney, GW law professor, and Fox News contributor. Jonathan, interested to get your take on all of this as the FBI director, Kash Patel, says the reason that they have found this suspect and gotten to the bottom of this case is because of new leadership. He said this investigation was stalled for ongoing for 5 years. He said, we rebuilt it from scratch, reran every lead, retested every piece of evidence, brought in top experts, deployed new technology to engineer the break that finally nailed the suspect. He said that's the result of outstanding work. It wasn't new evidence. It was just new leaders. Jonathan, your thoughts?
I thought the most fascinating aspect of the press conference was the statement that this was a case built from old bricks, that they didn't find anything new. And that really the key was there all along and was simply overlooked. We'll see if that bears out, but it would be an indictment, obviously, of the prior administration if that proved to be true. You have to commend this administration. They pledged that they were going to run this guy down, and they believe that they have done so. You know, one thing as a criminal defense attorney I can tell you is that a lot of these investigations are somewhat speculative as they try to narrow who might be involved. Once they nail a suspect, a lot of the case comes together at that point because you then have someone who may match the weight, the height, the age that you were looking for. And so as you zero in on these individuals, you begin to have these aha moments where all these boxes seem to be checked. And then, of course, in a search, you could potentially find something truly incriminating. But they are to be commended, as frustrating as it is for all of us, to be very cautious. You know, they brought the correct charge here in the use of an explosive device in interstate commerce. That gives you the federal footprint that you need. It's a placeholder. They're going to bring more charges. But what you want to do is you want to start with that modest, clearly established crime in your view. There's no rush. And then you want to add charges as your evidence comes in. They're being very cautious and very deliberative, and that makes the most powerful case that you can bring.
You know, Professor, we don't really know much about Brian Cole at this point, other than that he's 30 years old and he allegedly planted 2 pipe bombs, one at the RNC and one at the DNC. And when we look at charges against him, obviously use of an explosive device or creation of an explosive device could be one. But because Kamala Harris was going to the DNC and apparently either walked right by or drove right by that pipe bomb, could you possibly see them bringing a charge of attempted assassination of the Vice President of the United States?
They could, depending on the evidence, but I promise you they're going to pile on these charges, everything short of ripping a label off a mattress. Anything that they can pile on this guy, they're going to. I mean, this is the type of case where the Department of Justice truly believes in overkill. They're going to pile on those charges as long as they have a basis for it. The most obvious charge was being alluded to in the press conference, that you had various speakers referring to how he terrorized the city and caused terror among the citizens. And those repeated references obviously raised the obvious charge that he could be charged with terrorism. These explosive device charges often bring a 10-year, sometimes 20-year sentence. When you're in the terrorism area, then you're looking at life or more serious types of sentencing. And much of us are just fascinated by what was found in those dusty files. That's why a lot of folks have been focusing on those shoes, because even though that's 25,000 or so people in the area with those shoes, that's actually a smaller group than the group they were looking at. And we have had major cases in history that have had that happen. You have like Nathan Leopold in the Leopold and Loeb case was broke because his glasses were somewhat unique. So we'll be waiting to see how that played out.
Okay. Jonathan, just remarkable developments all around. Took a while, but they got there. Thanks, Jonathan, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Professor. We'll keep following this.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.